In this quick views tutorial, we'll look at how to use custom definitions to make our choices of colors and uses of equations easier. One thing you may have noticed is that when I go to change the color of something, for instance, the line on the x-axis, I have access to a series of colors that are different than you do. I have Lear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. These are colors that we use routinely within my research group. The reason I have access to these is that I have specified them inside of a custom definitions file. So if I go to custom definitions under edit, I can see that this brings up something like definitions, imports, color, and color maps. If I go to colors, now we see that Lear 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are defined. And here are the hex values. So if I wanted a new one, let's say Lear 7, then I could specify a hex value like E6341F, let's say. And then I can say close. And if I go in here, I will now have Lear 7 with a new set of colors that corresponds to that hex value. If I want to access that at another time, then what I would do is once I have defined these custom definitions that I want, I would simply say save. I have saved these custom definitions under definitions.vsz, and I can access them there. I've done other things. For instance, I have specified different values. I specified a value for pi and phi, as well as for several of the functions that I like to use routinely, such as Gaussian, Lorentzian line shapes. I can access these as well just by simply typing in the variable. For instance, let's say I wanted to put a line at the value of pi. I could use the plotting widget to add it to the graph. Right here, this is the plot a function. And I could say that x would be, for instance, 0.2, and now I have a line exactly at 0.2. I can make that a little more obvious here by going from 0, let's say, to 4. And there's a line at 0.2. If I wanted it instead at 3.14 or pi, I can just type in pi, which is a custom definition that I've had, and there it is. And that's how you can use these definitions. Again, there are other options. For instance, you can specify something about the imports, and you can specify something about how we want to handle color maps. But for now, I think it's enough to know that you have the ability to define variables and functions as well as colors within this, save them, and load them at another time.